Hey Capricorn, I'm doing a reading for you for the full moon in Capricorn. Oh my goodness. Capricorn, you are so serious. I feel like you are so no nonsense. I feel like you're letting go of any draining, vampiric, toxic, any sort of connection here. I feel like there's been something that's really been stressing you out, like keeping you anxious, keeping you worried. I feel like a lot of insecurities are coming from this, a lot of triggering here as well. I feel like at this time you have no problem like putting a halt to things that are no longer for you. Like no, like Capricorn, you're getting so serious. Now is the time for building. It's the time for growth, right? You're so focused in on what it is you're trying to accomplish out here, right? If it's not something you can grow towards, Capricorn, you're letting it go. First out, we have compassion. That's what I'm saying. Time, Capricorn, as you're doing this, keep in mind like having a more gentle approach will help you in the situation. It'll help ease some things here as well, right? I feel like there's been an ending. I feel like I feel try to understand where the other person's coming from here as well, right? I feel like there's been a very heavy ending here as well. Um, I don't. I feel like you're almost unbothered by it. Like Capricorn, your intuition's been so spot on. I feel like these have been people, places, and situations that you've known. Like you knew how things were gonna play out. You knew how things were gonna end here as well, right? But Capricorn, it's okay. You knew it, so it's not like it's a big surprise. Once again, that's just pushing you farther into a place here where you're focusing on your dreams, you're focusing on your goals, the things that you can grow here, the things that are going to be genuinely for you, right? And then we have King of Cups. I feel like there could be a King of Cups coming in for you at this time, right? That could be any Pisces. I wanted to say Aquarian, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio here as well, right? I feel like they're coming in. I feel like they're inspiring you. I feel like it's like a breath of fresh air here, right? I feel like there could have been a really toxic ending that you just went through here, right? And I feel like there's a person that's coming in, and I feel like they're uplifting. Like they're helping you feel your emotions in a space that's pushing you to be more of a passionate being within yourself here as well, right? Yeah, I feel like there's this masculine water sign. I feel like they're helping you connect to a state of emotion that it's been kind of hard for you to access here as well. And I feel like once you have this, like, I want to call it like an access point here as well, right? It starts pushing you to a place where you're so passionate, you're so on fire, and like, nothing can stop you here as well. It's really helping you realize like what it is you're wanting to bring into fruition, what it is you're really wanting to call to you here as well, right? And then we have Eight of Cups. Once again, I feel like there's been an ending here. I feel like there's something that you're really having to walk away from. I feel like this is something that you're intuitively pulled to do. Once again, you had prior knowledge. You knew that this ending was coming about. You knew that this wasn't going to be a situation you could really like count on all toes. And I feel like you had like once again, I feel like it was signs, symbols, synchronicities, numbers, colors here as well. Hey, good morning. That were really helping you see and realize like what it was you were wanting, what these people were really coming across with here as well, right? Yeah. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of things that you're having to walk away from in order to get to the places that you're trying to go here as well, right? And then we have the Tower. Yeah. I feel like you knew if you had stayed in this situation here as well, it would not have worked out good for you, right? It really would not have worked out good for you here as well. You could be leaving behind a Queen of Wands as well. Yeah. You could be going towards a King of Cups in the future here as well, right? I feel like it's this Queen of Wands here as well. I feel like they could be the one that's coming in and starting a lot of fires here, a lot of frustration for you as well, right? It's really time for you to walk away from the situation. I feel like you know that it's best for you to do it because the situation is going to crash down anyway. Like the situation is not going to be good. It's not going to be prosperous. I feel like you might as well get out while you can before you're like wrapped into like the karmic debt of the situation here as well. Trust in your intuition. Even if you're, yeah, I feel like this is involving a love offer, a love opportunity here, right? I feel like you knew that if you were going to stay in, you would be tied down with the destruction of the situation. So I feel like Capricorn, you knew it was time for you to make some changes. You knew it was time for you to start going into a direction here that was truly for you here as well, right? Good morning. Good morning. Okay, what is this Three of Wands? What is this Three of Wands? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you know that you have a brand new opportunity that's coming in for you that it's not something you really could have planned on here as well. Yeah, I feel like you've been paying very close attention. I feel like you've been almost like spying here, like you've had your ears perked up. You know that there's something that's coming in that's a lot larger for you than I think you could have originally anticipated here as well. I feel like you've held a lot of faith, a lot of hope about the situation, and I feel like that's really what's pulling it in here. I feel like there's been a lot of manifestation work, a lot of work that you've been having to do with balancing out the masculine and feminine aspects within yourself here as well. I feel like you've really been learning when to go, when to be still here, right? I feel like you're really working on the balance within yourself, not only mentally and spiritually here as well, but I feel like there's been a lot of physical work that you've been doing with yourself here as well. You're paying a lot, like very close attention to your body wisdom here, right? Your body's going to immediately know like where is it supposed to be going, what it is it's supposed to be doing here, right? Trust in this process as well, right? What is this King of Cups? We have Five of Swords. If there's a King of Cups coming in for you at this time, that could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio here as well. I feel like they're bringing in a lot of confusion, a lot of frustration here. I feel like they're purposely trying to confuse you. I feel like they're confused within themselves. Yeah, I feel like this King of Cups, yeah, here you are, Capricorn. I feel like this King of Cups could be coming in to purposely confuse this Queen of Pentacles here. This Queen of Pentacles could just be confused about this King of Cups. There could be, once again, I just don't feel like there's an understanding here, right? Under this, like, there's nothing solid to lean upon here, right? It's I look like your ex-wife. That's crazy. There's nothing, a solid foundation. There's nothing you can have an understanding about, right? The only thing that's under this bridge is water here, right? And I don't feel like it's healthy emotion. It's toxic, right? There's a lot of like black goo pouring into this like water here as well, right? It's not positive. If anything, the more the communication continues to go on, I feel like it brings more negativity, more toxicity between these two here as well, right? I feel like this could be over money as well. Yeah. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles has her eye on, once again, her wish fulfillments, the things that she's trying to bring in, the things she's trying to pull in here as well, right? I feel like there could have been a King of Cups trying to come in and almost distract this Queen of Cups from her wish fulfillments, the things that she's trying to achieve here. I feel like they could have been getting her wrapped up in verbal manipulation, any sort of talks here as well. Trying to get this Queen of Pentacles wrapped up in situations just like, I feel like it's been almost manipulation, like, hey, if you do this, blah, 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 you know, yeah, I don't feel like that's going at this time. With this Queen of Wands, we have this Four of Wands here as well, right? There could be a Queen of Wands around you at this time. I feel like they're really helping you root and ground yourself here, right? I feel like they're helping you turn a bad situation into something a lot more beautiful here as well. We have the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands with this Queen of Wands. Yeah, this Queen of Wands is definitely in her power. I feel like she's really feeling victorious in all aspects of her life here as well, right? Yeah. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Ooh, and then we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah. There could have been a verbal disagreement here, right? That could have gotten really toxic and really out of hand, right? And I feel like that almost allowed this Queen of Pentacles to come in and have the victory over the situation here as well, right? Yeah. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles could have lost out on something here, right? But that almost helped this this Queen of Wands win whatever it was this Queen of Pentacles had lost out on here as well, right? Yeah, and then I feel like that's just pushing this Queen of Pentacles into more of a space where she's having to walk away. She's more by herself here, right? I feel like this Queen of Pentacles already had a vision, already had insight as to where it is they're supposed to be going. I feel like this has been a journey that they've been on for some time here as well, right? So I don't feel like this is such a surprise for this Queen of Pentacles as well, right? Once again, I feel like this Queen of Pentacles has really been following this like a guiding light. Like you're on a journey. You know, like you have a destination in mind here as well, right? And I feel like there's been several different people, places, and energies that you've been meeting along the way. And I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is almost like noticing like, hey, you know, these people are with you for a short time, but then they all kind of like fall away here, right? It's not really a surprise, you know. And once again, I feel like you already know like, hey, these people are not going to be like forever. Like, are they a reason, a season, or a blessing here as well, right? And you know that. And I feel like this Queen of Pentacles has really learned to rely upon herself here, right? If she wants to have any forward movement, right? And we have the Chariot card. If you're wanting to go somewhere at this time, the only person that can truly take you there is yourself. If you're wanting to grow, if you're wanting to level up, the only person that can take you there is yourself. And I feel like that almost like creates a lot of anxiety here for this. I'm wanting to go like Capricorn, right? I feel like that creates a lot of anxiety here. The frustrating vision of like, hey, you might really have to do this on your own. It might be you're the only person in the car on this road trip, you know? But it's still going to get done. Like nobody else can do it except for you, Capricorn, right? Yeah. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of anxiety about how it's going to get done. right? Yeah, with this Tower card, we have the Justice and the Fool. I feel like whatever the situation was that came to an ending here as well, it was necessary. I feel like it was the universe that was pulling this in all along. I feel like you could have been at like a crossroads here, right? And I feel like you chose a different direction than what you were supposed to be going on, right? And I feel like the universe really came in and redirected you and put you back into the situation that you were supposed to be going into. And that meant any means necessary. And that meant, tearing down whatever situation you had been building up here for yourself. But it's only to get you into a space where you're having a new beginning. In the space that you're supposed to be in here, right? I don't feel like you went down the wrong path. I just feel like you're rerouted, redirected here as well, right? To the space that you were supposed to be going. Right, I feel like the space that you were in was very toxic. It was creating a lot of illusions, unnecessary worry, fear, frustration, a lot of unsafety here as well. If you're in this building, like it looks unsafe, and I feel like that's almost the situation that you were building upon. I feel like you were putting too many emotions into a situation here that you weren't able to truly bring up properly here as well, right? With this Knight of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I feel like once again you're getting very matter of fact as to what it is you're going to allow in situations and what it is you're not, right? And then we have the Six of Pentacles. You're doing this for your own growth. You're doing this for your own growth. You're being very deciphering as to what it is you will continue to grow with, what it is you're going to grow upon, especially involving a love situation here, right? You're not allowing yourself to get wrapped up in situations that can just be taken down, in a blink of an eye here any longer, right? It's time for you really to start focusing on your growth, recharging yourself, focusing on your own money here, right? I feel like at this time, there's going to be a love energy that's coming in and really pouring into you here, really helping you rest, have a lot of new ideas as to how to bring in more money for yourself here as well, right? Let's get one card out for how you guys can heal this energy. Thank you guys for liking. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Attracting, not chasing, right? It says anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy, right? And I feel like there's been a situation here where, once again, I feel like there's been a lot of separation. I feel like there's endings here, a lot of things you've had to walk away from. If you have walked away from a situation, don't run after it, right? Like if this is something that you're wanting to have back, work on yourself, really work on the energy that you're pushing out there, work on your frequency that you're having here as well, right? The second you start running after something, it's gonna run the wrong way, right? Pay attention to how you're feeling. Like, is it a desperate feeling? Like, I have to get this done. It's got to be right now. Like, it's not going to get done unless I do it here as well, right? Be very mindful as to what types of energy that you're really putting out there into the world. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.